I want you to listen to me very carefully, because what you're about to hear is going to challenge everything you were ever taught about money. You've been told money is paper, that it's just numbers on a screen. But that's not true. Money is spirit, a living current that responds to consciousness, and the shocking part, Jesus himself revealed exactly how to command it, how to make it serve you instead of you serving it. But before we go there, I need you to understand something crucial. You cannot attract what you secretly believe is wrong. And that's why so many people pray for abundance, but subconsciously repel it. Because deep down, they see money as material, not spiritual. As greed, not gratitude. As separation, not flow. But when you see money as spirit, everything changes. Now let's go deeper. In the Gospel of Matthew, something remarkable happens. The people come to Jesus, and they ask him about money. They say, should we pay taxes to Caesar or not? It's a trap, but watch what he does. He says, show me the coin. And when they hand it to him, he asks, whose image and inscription is on it? They answer, Caesar's. And Jesus replies, then give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. Now, this isn't just clever philosophy, it's divine code. Jesus was teaching them, and us, that money carries an image, a spirit, a frequency. It belongs to the realm of form, the physical reflection of energy. But you, made in the image of God, belong to the realm of creation, the spirit that commands form. In other words, money doesn't rule you, you rule money. Here's the secret Jesus demonstrated over and over again. You never chase money. You command it by consciousness. When he needed to feed the multitudes, he didn't panic. He gave thanks. He multiplied. When Peter asked about the temple tax, Jesus didn't say, we're broke. He said, go to the sea, cast a hook, and the first fish you catch will have a coin in its mouth. That wasn't luck. That was law. He was showing that the universe itself, nature, circumstance, even creatures, will respond to divine command when your inner world is aligned. Because the true currency isn't silver or gold, it is belief. Money moves toward the one who knows he already has it in spirit. It appears where gratitude and dominion meet. You don't pray for money. You awaken to the truth that money is already energy waiting for direction. Every time you say, I am abundant, I am provided for, I am aligned with divine supply, you're not lying to yourself. You're speaking spirit language. The world calls it affirmation, but heaven calls it creation. Because when your words and your state agree, money can't resist you. It magnetizes to where recognition lives. It follows order, not need. It serves awareness, not anxiety. That's why Jesus never prayed for provision. He thanked before it appeared. Now, I'm about to give you 3 sacred steps to command money. This isn't something to take lightly. It's sacred. So come into this moment with an open heart and full attention, because what you're about to hear can shift how money moves toward you. Let's get into it. Step 1. Align with abundance. The very first step to commanding money is to stop chasing it. You cannot command what you're still running after. Money responds to authority, not anxiety, and authority comes from alignment. When you say, I am the source expressing abundance, you are declaring that you and supply are not 2 separate things. You are one. You are not outside of the flow. You are the flow. Think of it like this. Electricity only moves through a connected wire. If the circuit is broken, the power stops flowing. In the same way, when your thoughts, emotions, and words contradict abundance, you break the flow. You pray for money while feeling lack. You affirm wealth while worrying about bills. And then you wonder why nothing moves. Money doesn't respond to words, it responds to state. So before you speak, before you affirm, before you ask, align. How do you align? Start with this awareness. You are already provided for. Everything you will ever need already exists in potential form. You are not trying to get money. You are tuning your spirit to the frequency where money already is. Close your eyes for a second and breathe in deeply. Now say quietly, not to the air, but to your own being, I am one with supply. I live in the current of abundance. Money is not outside of me. It moves through me. Say it again until it begins to feel true. That feeling is your evidence. That's alignment. When you live from that consciousness, everything else, money, opportunity, increase, begins to locate you automatically. You no longer ask, how will it come? You simply know that it will. Because money is not a thing. It is a mirror. It reflects what you believe about yourself. So if you see yourself as someone always trying to get, you will always be trying. But if you see yourself as one who already has, then life will keep proving you right. Alignment is the first command. It's the posture of abundance before the manifestation ever shows up. And once you master that, money stops running from you and starts responding to you. Step 2. Give thanks before it appears. Jesus never waited to see provision before he celebrated it. He gave thanks before the miracle. He blessed the loaves before they multiplied. He looked toward heaven, not the lack in front of him. That's not just faith, that's divine law. Gratitude is the vibration that bridges the invisible and the visible. It tells creation, I already have it. And when you speak from that knowing, everything around you begins to rearrange to match it. When you give thanks before you see the evidence, you are showing the universe that you no longer operate by sight, you operate by certainty. You are saying, I trust the unseen supply more than I fear visible lack. And that's when provision starts to move. Because gratitude is not a response to what has happened. It's the command that causes things to happen. It's not, thank you because I see it. It's, thank you because I know it's done. You see, most people thank when something arrives, but the masters thank so that something arrives. They don't wait for the evidence to celebrate, they celebrate to produce the evidence. That's how the spirit world works. It mirrors your state, not your struggle. When you say, thank you that money flows easily into my life, thank you that every need is already met, thank you that abundance surrounds me now, you are not hoping, you are commanding. You are not begging, you are affirming what already exists. Every word of gratitude carries a frequency, and that frequency attracts everything in harmony with it. Money, opportunities, favor, they all move toward gratitude like metal to a magnet. So tonight, don't stare at the gap. Don't obsess over what hasn't arrived. Speak from the fullness that's already yours. When you thank life in advance, life thanks you back in multiplication. Gratitude doesn't wait for manifestation. It creates it. It turns not yet into now. It transforms someday into today. Because the moment you say, thank you, the universe hears, it is finished. Step 3, command and rest. Once you've aligned with abundance and given thanks in advance, stop chasing, stop worrying. Stop checking to see if it's working. Because the moment you try to make it happen, you've stepped out of creation and into fear. Creation doesn't respond to striving, it responds to certainty. Jesus never begged, he never repeated himself anxiously. He spoke once with authority and rested. When he said, Lazarus, come forth. He didn't wait to see if it worked. He knew the command carried its own power. That's the final law. Command, then rest. You have already aligned your energy. You have already spoken your gratitude. Now, let the unseen forces fulfill what's already been done. Rest is not inactivity. It's spiritual confidence. It's the knowing that what you declared is already unfolding, even if your eyes can't see it yet. It's trusting that once the seed is planted, you don't dig it up to see if it's growing. You water it with peace. When you enter that rest, you signal heaven, the work is complete. The manifestation is in motion, and in that stillness, things begin to move. Money starts finding new channels, ideas surface. Opportunities appear seemingly out of nowhere. Now, if this message reached you, it wasn't by accident. You were drawn to it because your spirit is ready to remember who commands the flow. Not money, not circumstance, not fear, you. You don't chase provision, you magnetize it. You don't pray to get, you become the prayer that creates. So tonight, before you sleep, whisper this: I am one with divine supply. Money moves for me, not against me, and when it begins to work, when you see the first shift, the first opportunity, the first unexpected blessing, keep it sacred. Because money isn't your master. It's your mirror. It shows you who you believe you are. And now, you know the truth. You are the command. You are the flow. You are abundance in disguise. Now, if you've come this far, this wasn't by coincidence. Spirit led you here. So if this message found you, don't let it end here. Write "I am abundance" in the comments, as a declaration, as a seal, as a testimony that you are ready to command, not chase. And from this day forward, may money recognize your voice. May supply answer your name, and may you walk in the effortless rhythm of divine abundance.